That's very good to hear. I'm also doing great. However, there are still some nervousness because just the last day we had a very strong earthquake, and it says that there would be some aftershock because of that.
Oh, it's too bad. So the your house don't have damage?
Actually, no, we don't have. So just the epicenter of the earthquake is about 1 hour to 2 hour drive from here. Although it was strong, but I'm happy because there weren't any damage, and of course my family were all safe.
Oh, okay. But some areas near the epicenter, the location is serious damage.
Yes, there are serious damages, especially that there were items that fell down, like, for example, in grocery stores. And also, I've heard from my husband this morning that for other houses, there are also damages and cracks.
Too bad.
Yes, that's right. So it was really trembling, and also I feel nervous each time we experience earthquake.
Yes, I have many of the experience, the same
Whoa.
experience. So in Japan, also the earthquake-prone countries, so the same as your countries. So it's
So because
our fate for have a earthquake. So.
maybe because of the volcanoes located in Japan, and also there are also a lot of volcanoes in the Philippines.
Not just volcanoes. So there is a continent, some moving. So it's
Correct.
yeah, it's a main reason. So the eruption of the volcano is so much rare case, but the moving the continent is every time. So it's we take some our fate. So the interval having a volcano.
Yes, I totally understand and agree with what you have said. Anyway, we're just hoping that all of us will continue to be healthy and, of course, safe each time, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, but anyway, Yoshi-san, let me confirm if you can see me well today.
Yeah, yes, I can see you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And for today's topic that you requested, we will be having from the Conversational American English, Lesson 54, Go the Extra Mile, right?
You are right.
Okay, so then let's look at exercise number 1. Please tell me what you can see from this picture, please.
Okay, in this picture, I can see the two young Caucasian women. They are gazing with each other and make a intimate conversation. Both of them have bronze and identical complexion, wearing the black business suit, also identical. So I guess the countenance is a little different, but they must be identical twins. Right girl wearing the wristwatch left hand, and is on the black sleeve. It's a rare position, I guess. So the background is brown, but I can notice hanging the many of same black suits. It must be the company's uniform. Location maybe the company's local room or inside cafeterias. I guess both of them work in the same section. They must be the receptionist. So I think if the twin receptionist have a good impact for the customers. They are talking during the intersection time, and this time is noon recess, or they are with lunch or teas and make enjoy their conversation. That's all.
Wow, that's impressive again. So you can always imagine out of the box and what you can see behind this picture. Yes, and actually, as what you have mentioned, they must be identical twins. Same hair, same style of clothing, and of course, their facial features are almost the same.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. And do you have any question for this picture, Yoshi-san?
No question, thank you.
Okay, since we have mentioned identical twins, have you met or is there anyone in the family that are identical?
My relative don't have the identical twins, but there is my neighborhood. There's identical twins, and in the company, one identical colleagues. So they belong to different section, but
Okay.
I know there's identical twins.
Do you get confused of them sometimes?
Not confused. I'm not so much close of them, so I'm just looking the distance position. So, how about
Oh.
you? You know the concrete identical friend or acquaintance?
Yes, actually for my husband's side, so he has nephews that are identical twins.
Oh, really?
So at first it was very confusing, but even if they are identical twins, there is one thing that I can notice about their difference. So the other one has a mole and the other one doesn't have. So maybe that's the only one. That's the only thing that I could identify. So I don't know which one is this and which one is this.
Really?
Very lucky. I found one clue. Okay, thank you very much for that. And we will now be having the exercise too, and we will be reading the dialogue together. Please read the A part, Yoshi-san.
Okay. You are the only person who saw that really happened last night.
No, that's not true at all. Gerald was also there.
Oh, really? Was he there? I didn't notice his presence.
He was only there for a short time, but I think what he knew and saw is enough to give some significant insight on the matter.
Do you think I should phone him? Would he be willing to help? I don't know him well.
No problem. Gerald is the kind of person who's willing to go the extra mile.
I'm glad to know that. I guess I'll give him a call today then.
Very good. Let's switch the roles.
Okay.
You are the only person who saw what really happened last night.
No, that's not true at all. Gerard has also there.
Really? Was he there? I didn't notice his presence.
Actually, he was only there for a short time, but I think what he knew and saw is enough to give some significant insight on the matter.
Do you think I should phone him? Would he be willing to help? I don't know him well.
That's no problem. Gerald is the kind of person who's willing to go the extra mile.
I'm glad to know that. I guess I'll give him a call today then. All right. Any question from here, Yoshi-san?
Nothing in particular.
Oh, wow. That was even great to know. And I'm also always been glad that you can read all the sentences with great feelings and emotions.
Thank you.
Okay, now let's read the vocabulary words in exercise 3. You are going to read the meaning and also give sentence example for each of the word.
Okay, insight, ability to understand people or things. So I know one amateur poet. When I read work of his art, and I always feel profound insight. He had comprehensive studies, and he writes sublime poetry. So he's so much unique person. His memorial days of the 18th, he conduct a funeral ceremony of him. Of course, he's living, not died, but he do that kind of ceremony. And at that time, he put together whole our literary company and his friend and his former colleagues and doing that ceremony. But it's so much very fantastic funeral ceremony. It's a good conduct. That's all.
Wow, that's impressive that even if you said that person didn't die yet, but however, he was able to make that kind of funeral ceremony while he is still living, right?
Yes, there's a clear reason for him. So for his age, there's many opportunity to join the funeral ceremony. But at that time, they don't say to bodies thanks or goodbye. And the same place, there's a lot of his friend, but they don't have so much time to talk with them also. So he always frustrating this kind of funeral ceremony. So the end, he decided while they arrive, but make his funeral ceremony. Of course, it's so much good opportunity. We talked whole night almost with him and our old friends. So he setting the good opportunities. So all persons like a funeral ceremony.
I understand. As what you said, it's a good opportunity to speak with others.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, thank you for that wonderful insight. Let's do number 2, please.
Okay. To go the extra mile, to make more efforts than is expected of you. So when I was working, I used to be a computer programmer. So I'm good at operating the personal computer.
Wow.
And my friend have his computer trouble. I always to go the extra mile for them. But vice versa, he's good at gardening, and I need some advice for my gardens. So of course, he always go the extra mile for me. That's all.
Wow, I think that is a good exchange of ideas because each of you has different talents,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Wow, wonderful. Okay, and the last one, please.
Okay, to give a call. So I guess recently word too much convenience word and lose some kind of romance. Or I cite an instance. So when I miss my promise, recently I just give a cell phone to them. But when I was young, I don't have that kind of convenient device, and create many of story about that inconvenience, and that become good literature. Recently literature reflects this kind of convenient time, and I think the story is all dry, disappeared wet romantic part. That's all.
Oh, I understand. So there is really a great difference from what we can have in the past than our future,
yes,
right?
yes.
Okay, thank you very much for giving me those wonderful sentences and stories behind them. Then let's continue the comprehension questions. I'll ask you question number 1. So, what do you think the speakers are discussing?
They talk about not urgent so much, but serious trouble. Maybe the computer program bug. So this kind of trouble need important discerned cause. That's all.
Oh, I understand. Yes, that's right. It was not clearly stated what the issues or concerns are.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2. How do you feel about Gerald? What kind of person is he?
He's always kindly person, so that he always willing to go the extra mile for others. That's all.
Yes, that's correct. It was mentioned that he's willing to go the extra mile. And number 3, are you always willing to go the extra mile? How do you consider?
Of course, not always. It depends on the relationship and situation. So it's of course close friend. I always go the extra mile. But totally strangers, but who have urgent, serious trouble. Of course, I help them. That's all.
Oh, wow. That's a wonderful person you are. Even if it's a total stranger who really would need an extra help, you would go beyond what you're supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, nice. And how about number 4? Have you witnessed something that you shouldn't have seen?
Once I have a moment of the shoplifting.
Oh.
I'm a very bewildered situation, and I pretend not to see anything. But I can't forget that kind of thing. That's all.
Oh, I understand. So it was kind of difficult, but why did you pretend not to see?
Maybe I noticed the godman or something, so she's getting the more complicated situation. So maybe she might be some kind of disease, or she might be some serious situation. So I don't know, perfectly don't know, so I can't touch this kind of situation. So I decided. So.
I understand. So you are also thinking the future consequences would be for that person.
Yeah.
Wow, you're such a kind-hearted person. Okay, number 5. Do you know any friend who always goes the extra mile?
As one of my volunteer members, so he's every morning pick up the garbage around his neighbor's role. So he continued this kind of good customs more than 1 decade. So
Wow.
I admire his conduct. That's all.
Oh, that's very good. As what you have mentioned, it has been a decade. So maybe that could also be a good exercise for that person, right?
Yes.
And at the same time, helping the community around him.
Yeah.
Okay, and number 5, this will be the perspective. Please agree or disagree and explain why. So let's have number 1, continuous effort, not strength or intelligence, is the key to unlocking our potential, by Winston Churchill. What do you think about this?
I'm a good example about English. So when my days in high school, I don't like English. I'm a underachiever. So, but after I enter the company, I have some opportunity to go abroad. At that time, I realized that English is more important language. So, after that, I decided to study English. I'm not so much smart, but I continue, and I don't lose that kind of motivation. So long time. So, and I can speak some English. So this sentence is me is a very good example, I think.
Oh, wow, that's right. Even if we are not intelligent, we have to keep our motivation and passion, just like as what you had done in the past years. So you continuously learn more and, of course, use those knowledge in order to improve better, right?
Yes.
Okay, very nice. Number 2, every accomplishment starts with the decision to try. Agree or disagree, and explain why.
This sentence is perfect. So some kind of new accomplishment continues some kind of risk. So of course starting the new things. So there's a lot of risk, but taking a good risk person can develop in our society. That's all.
Wow, that's right. So actually, everything seems impossible at first to become reality, but then it just depends on how determined a person is to do everything so that they can try to achieve their goals, right?
Yes, that's right. So for my age, we have to give up many of things. But some good old person don't give up doing everything. So holding the good motivation or intention makes doing the something even for my age. So I guess.
Wow. So you got the keyword there, motivation.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for that. And since it's almost time, Yoshi-san, I would like to say thank you again for another wonderful conversation with you. So I am happy because although I guide you in the lesson, but I can always get wonderful insights as we end each lesson because I'm also learning from you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your compliments. Goodbye.
Oh, yes, thank you very much. Enjoy the Thursday. I know it's your happy day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.